This is the royal true form of the King of Slaughter, and this is my cordial greeting, Infernal Dragon. A colossal dragon that radiated a sinister ki emerged from the palm of that subject, who had appeared after Getsuga used Saigo no Grade and consumed his servants. I will take charge, Divine Angel Light. The strongest attack blessing had been completely destroyed. Golden Rain. A second river attack is shot out. It is not working. Just by feeling that bloody here it is evident that damn one does not surpass in power. Fast Dad, we had to help him. Triple KO. Ken Yukina felt a terrible pain and couldn't help but let out a loud scream.
Don't be an idiot, daughter.
Using the Kaioken when you are using resonance and wielding a power that is the result of the union of everyone. It's suicide because your body doesn't get used to all that ki.
I'm fine.
This is nothing.
Atom Destroyer.
Give up. 3 amps multiversal range. They are not opponents of a mid-rank omnipotent being. Goku's palm began to release a lot of power. Ryota looked behind him in surprise.
What are you trying to do?
A new technique? During training, he never used so much dark ki. Hakai, Beast of Death. As the King of Slaughter, Goku's ki would take the form of a beast, but instead of a dragon, it was an Oozaru containing dark, murderous and destructive energy. And after colliding with that dragon, enhanced with the Atom Smasher and the Golden Rain, Goku's technique would manage to contain that supreme attack, creating a strong shockwave. Goku, with his blood flash speed, would gather his companions to form a shadow crane of darkness which after finishing the explosion that would make him almost unable to withstand that explosion, locked up like cowards. I never told them what was said to them. Rats are cornered, they are given a small life expectancy. And when the predator said it, he annihilated them, taking away that hope. It's so fun to know that you are far superior to your enemy.
What happened to you, you idiot girl?
Purple Oozaru?
Why didn't they use that wonderful Eye of Death to eliminate my hellish dragon?
Too much power for that eye? Don't worry because it wasn't launched with all my power. I'm just starting. As a predator, my house is at the most satisfactory point.
I won't kill them so quickly.
Zuki is not completely omnipotent. He reached that rank because he once was. And with the power of Satala Sami of the other type, he forcibly surpassed the barrier of a multiversal being, but although it is not complete, it is a mid-range. If he hadn't sealed half of Sami's power, he would surely be an invincible enemy. That the King of the Beasts Zaru tells me that is a reason to worry. Yes, it is very strong. Don't be confused, Samu. I am not afraid of that King of Massacre. I already told you, I was once an omnipotent being. But I'm concerned about your well-being. My power increases according to your progress. You are the key to my power. For now try to calm down, don't be scared by the beautiful mouth that a being of that level releases. Face it without fear of death.
You know my problem, Saru.
In the past I wasn't afraid of dying, but now I am.
If I die it will be the end of everything.
The memories of me, my daughter, my entire family and also the memory of you, my precious companion. My brain will be empty. Defeat that damn guy who thinks he's very strong for being a pathetic mid-range omnipotent being.
Look who you talk to like that, you stupid beast. I'll take you out of there and tear you to pieces.
Mythical mind. Awakened when an idiot like you reaches that level of omnipotence. I completely forgot.
That way, you can see and hear me inside Daruma.
Do you know the mythical mind?
How do you know that?
Curiosity kills me.
You'll answer my questions when I get you out of there.
The black flash passed by Ryota's side.
Are you kidding? Not only does he have that crushing ki, he's also very fast. He goes for Daruma.
Goku looked at a blurry image of his enemy that was moving at high speed. You're mine now, Saru. The King of Massacre's palm was aimed at Goku's stomach, with the intention of creating a hole in his stomach. Saru was right, even though he had mid-range omnipotence. The King of Massacre was not very intelligent, he believed he could get Saru out of there when that was impossible. Only the wielder and the beast could do that. Thus, Goku's body is dusted. He would not be able to remove Saru by force, but something happened to the surprise of the King of Massacre. He had not opened Goku's stomach as he had planned. Goku's arm was shaking from the block, but he had managed to stop an imposing adversary. Nice view. In Getsuga's body I had that Eye of Death and I never had that visual power. The person responsible for that is that purple eye that never stops shining. Before I kill you I will keep that eye. It sure helps me be stronger. With the distraction, Yukina and Ryota would attack at the same time, landing a kick and a punch away from Goku.
Those blows were not effective at all. Shikia Oozaru, what happened to your tremendous strength?
Ryota, is that the best that Divine Law can make stronger? I'm so disappointed. Ryota and Yukina vomited blood. 2 long swords of black energy were piercing him.
How little defense. The body of a being of that level is so fragile that it is pitiful. The Slaughter King also vomited blood. Dark Beast Cloud.
The King of Massacre watched as the bloody fist of that purple Oozaru pierced his body. And is the body of an omnipotent being invincible?
I don't think it is like that. Get away from me, you bastard!
His aura would cut Goku in half, but with that he had lost control of the swords, with which he had injured Ryota and Yukina.
They are annoying like a bug.
Why don't they just give up and die?
I'm sorry, Dad. We let it catch us.
Yukina would be healed.
Ryota had still accelerated his blood flow by 100 to lessen the damage, but it took him longer to recover since he had no healing power. And Goku, who had received the most damage, had healed even before Yukina.
We'll see if you can handle this.
Hell Ghost, Demonic Hakai, 1000 Dark Slashes, Sunlight, Golden Thorns, Purple Celestial Light, Divine Mirror.
7 attacks were launched in an instant. 6 of the 7 headed towards it instead of launching themselves against their enemy, and all of them collided with the Divine Mirror, reflecting against the King of Massacre with double the power. Yukina's breathing had run out a little after that desperate supreme attack. She had launched a total of 7 large-scale attacks of power, and unlike Goku, she did not know how to always keep her power at its maximum splendor. She was a genius who had much future, but at that moment, being a genius did not matter, since the very power of resonance was beginning to run out. I'm so fast that attack is nothing to me, but
I will destroy every hope that your heart still holds. With just the palms of his hand, he had stopped Yukina's attack, and had returned that attack, adding up to a dark supernova.
This is for daring to kill me, Moko Oozaru.
He has returned it. Divine Mirror.
Yukina would cough up blood.
Tsuki had not been able to form the Divine Mirror. I'm dead. I didn't think my ki would run out so quickly.
My body is beginning to suffer the side effects of using the triple Kaioken.
At the last second, Goku would appear in front of that supernova.
King of Massacre, you can go to hell. Don't even think I will allow you to kill my daughter. Goku's palms charged the supernova, but that brutal ki was pushing him away. How do you plan to stop the power of an omnipotent being? Another supernova was launched. Goku's hands were turning to ashes. Even with all his power, he was no match for the King of Massacre.
That's enough, Dad. He is right. The best thing is to give up.
Don't say that, daughter.
We will not bow our heads to scum. If I have to die, I will die fighting.
The Eye of Death had begun to bleed, and the gigantic Kika was doing great. He had been sent flying. But with that, even mastering the internal divine ki, he had lost a good part of his power before he could take a breath. Many blows landed on his body. It was said that Daruma and the Purple Uru could create miracles. They were not wrong, but we will see how much you are capable. Hold on, defend yourself, you are the strongest being in the multiverse.
As a father, showing my daughter how I am subjugated is humiliating. Saru, please help me.
No matter how much you beg your beast, that stupid monkey is nothing on my side. Master, I would like to help you, but it is impossible for me. Goku collapsed in a meteor. His body was not healing, because dark energy had entered the wounds and was not allowing it to heal. That beast has given up.
You should do the same as him and give up like a coward. Look at Ryota, paralyzed like the worm he is, the supposed best warrior of the divine sect. He has also lost his desire to fight, soul mastery, true form of the six-winged angel, sacred sacrifice. A golden six-winged angel pierced Ryota's body with each wing. What is that thing?
That damn Ryota. What is he supposed to do? Ryota died and reappeared, illuminating the entire multiverse with golden light, but it had not been a normal death. The six-winged angel was the true form of his blessing, but the cost was just as expensive because that angel took 4 lives from its bearer in exchange for supreme power.
Stupid Ryota, you've killed yourself. True form of divine blessing, now I remember.
Asami used that technique on me.
The true form of death. He destroyed my Omnipotence with his scythe, but it was of no use to him because that thing was taking his life.
The six-winged angel, the strongest attack blessing, will end your life, Ryota.
Goku looked at Ryota.
His appearance had changed a lot and his body had become somewhat larger due to the muscles.
Daruma, take your daughter and escape from here.
I won't focus on the fight if they don't leave.
They're not going anywhere. Die, damn Oozaru.
The King of Massacre was very close to Goku.
Landing that final blow was no problem from his point of view, but his arm had been severed before he reached his prey.
How did you do that?
Daruma, I have nothing more to teach you. You are very strong.
Someday you will be invincible, but now leave this guy in my hands. Why didn't you teach me that, Ryota?
Were you afraid he would kill you with that technique? Unlike you, I'm not afraid of death.
Do you know the price I will pay to use the six-winged angel?
This is goodbye, Daruma.
My dream of fighting with you apparently could not be fulfilled.
Yes, I will die. But at least I'll take this guy with me.
You had a chance to escape.
I have never turned my back on an opponent in my life, and I never will.
But you have a great future ahead of you.
You must understand that staying in this place would mean your death. Before you die under your own power, you will have the honor of being killed by me. Ryota charged holy energy into his arm, eliminating Pika's blasts that were approaching them.
To follow that, launch herself against the King of Massacre, who would form a dark sword to stop her dressed as Ryota. I am much stronger than you, I have the power of Omnipotence. The King of Massacre's arms were trembling, he was having a hard time stopping Ryota's sword, since a lot of sacred energy from the six-winged angel was flowing into it, that's why he had a lot of advantage.
His enemy, even though he was an omnipotent being, was having great difficulty containing him.
Kita waves the clash of the two of them.
They reached other megaverses. I didn't understand why I liked him so much. Brother Gyaku.
So you are alive, but now your omnipotent power is very low. You don't reach the middle level completely. That guy called Ryota is a multiversal being, but that race that possesses the six-winged angel cannot be underestimated.
Its high sacred power is a danger to those who possess dark energy. No matter if it is weaker, the sacred energy will always be stronger.
The dark sword would be shattered by Ryota, tearing the stomach of the King of Massacre easily who, confused by what had happened, would quickly move away to put himself on the defensive. Mid-rank Omnipotence, how can you lose to a multiversal being? Many more blows punished the King of Massacre, who felt an immense smell from being prey to Ryota's incredible sacred energy.
True form of divine blessing, it is a supreme power, it is completely crushing that strong guy. But are Ryota's words true?
Will a great power like that really cost him his life?
Purple Demon Eye, its key veins are full of golden ki, it is very different from the one we handle. Sacred energy, a very rare energy, which is very effective for combat with opponents who dominate dark energy. You, for example, have a lot of dark power. If you were to be hit by Ryota at this time, you would feel such terrible pain that you would not be able to concentrate on the fight. And even if you have that incredible healing, that wouldn't alleviate so much pain. He did not expect to see the abilities of a six-winged angel in this era.
It's as amazing as it sounds, but Ryota is in trouble.
Everything is incredible, it is true, but the manifestation of that power should have been done in the future when it had omnipotence.
Being only a multiversal being, that angel will take his life. He did all that to save our lives.
He valued that more than his own.
I know I'm a pathetic guy. I thought I was already very strong to defeat anyone, but the reality is that I am just an insect compared to omnipotent beings, but I want to do something to help him.
Saru, you hide many secrets that you haven't told me. We are partners. If you have a way to win, I don't care about the cost.
I hide secrets. Maybe it's true. After all, I have lived since the beginning of everything. But believe me, if I don't tell you anything, it's for your own well-being. So if there is a method, yes there is, but your chances of staying alive are barely 10%, and you would also be endangering your daughter, who has part of my power inside her.
Goku became nervous. Taking a risk, knowing that he could lose the memory of his entire life, was one thing.
And yet he was willing to take the risk for the sake of everything he loved.
But putting the life of his greatest treasure at risk was a very difficult decision to make. No, I cannot put my daughter's life at risk.
Don't worry, Master. Let's wait and see how the fight goes.
Ryota, with that high level of sacred energy, is a machine for killing dark beings.
I think he has a chance to beat him. The King of Slaughter finally fell to the ground, having endured hundreds of tearing blows. That's all the feared King of Slaughter has. A crushing blow hit Ryota's face. But the fist that touched his face was pulverizing, and a formidable blow with both of Ryota's hands would leave him very badly injured. However, even with his original body, they still maintained the blessings, so healing would not be a problem.
The problem was the unbearable pain that did not go away even though the wounds had closed.
The sacred energy in a dark conch being was like poison.
Damn sacred energy. I never imagined that stupid six-winged angel would be so troublesome. Soon Ryota will die, but if I don't give it my all, it could cause me a lot of damage.
Pained and angry, he stood up, beginning to scream that stunned the space. The kika he was letting out was just terrifying.
Even if you light more, your dark energy will be useless. The sacred energy is your weak point.
Invocation of mythical beast, white celestial dragon, from a circle to here.
A huge dragon had come out, which not only had dark energy but also holy energy. A summoned beast, a white dragon medium level of omnipotence. I've removed hundreds of them in the past.
They are not strong at all, but they have sacred energy.
Master, you are alive.
It's been so long, but I never lost hope.
Sekiryu, we have trash to clean up, take care of it.
Of course, anyone who messes with the master will be my enemy, and from what I see he is an insect that does not reach the omnipotent rank. This will be easy. A poisonous breath came out of that dragon's mouth and he directed it directly at Goku and Yukina. Damn it. I told them to leave, it's too late. If you attack my master, you'll be in trouble, little white dragon.
Take a good look at who you're messing with.
The poisonous breath changed course. He had never met Saru, but he had heard that many white dragons have been eliminated by the King of Beasts.
Failed? It wasn't a coincidence.
What was the reason that stopped you?
The beasts could talk to each other.
Saru's intimidating voice had scared that dragon.
What happened, Sekiryu?
I'd swear you failed on purpose.
Love, you can't see it, right?
What is inside is an insect. It is the King of Beasts.
How can you be messing with him?
So that's why you failed.
Well, where do you think we are?
We are in a megaverse where omnipotent beings do not exist.
That is not the feared Emperor level omnipotent ranked beast. It is a much weaker beast. You have no reason to fear. Do you think I would mess with him if he was who you think he is? It's true.
I apologize, Master.
I also heard that the King of Beasts died, taking 20 omnipotent Emperor ranked beings with him.
I didn't die, I'm alive, and if you attack you again I will tear you to pieces.
Saru, do you think that will work?
Don't speak, Master. They will surely listen to you.
Leave this to me.
The white celestial dragon was about to attack them once again, when it felt that its skin had been impacted by something. Ryota had slammed his sword with great force, but the hard scales of that beast were extremely resistant. His sword would bounce back, causing no damage.
The holy energy must have hurt him. Try this, Golden Rain. The dragon was caught in a formidable attack of sacred energy. It was taking some damage, releasing its anger with a loud roar, launching bursts of high-powered energy, which Ryota would block with a dark flash that had come out of his sword. But the blockage would be temporary, as it would quickly rise into the air, forming more divine circles, releasing a shower of sacred and dark energy.
You spanked Ryota all over his body.
That's how I like to continue you. Finish that idiot Ryota.
Dad, I heard the conversation you had with Saru.
If you die, I am willing to die with you. We can't let this damn coward get away with this. But Yukina, you are very young. I don't mind dying. Look, Ryota is losing. He needs your help, father. Goku clenched his fists, very upset.
He watched as Ryota couldn't get out of the key rain.
Saru, what do you think, mate? I will respect the decision you make, Master. You are the owner of your life. Choose what is best for you.
If you are willing, I will give you supreme power. Ryota managed to release the key of that dragon, starting to fight with it.
He dodged his attacks very easily, since he was too big, but he surpassed him in strength and endurance.
In addition, he was beginning to feel pain in his internal organs.
A six-winged angel begins to consume my body. I need to end this quickly.
Ryota would raise the maximum of his sacred energy and start hitting that dragon with everything he had. Even with his super resistance, those blows tore his skin.
Worm, know your place.
His tail had impacted Ryota's ribs, sending him flying.
You will be turned into dust.
The Kika released the abyssal, and everything was concentrated in the energy that was channeled into his mouth.
A pink fire shot out in the form of a laser to end Ryota's life.
I'm not finished yet.
Black sword. Angel fury. Through the pink fire he would fly, until he reached that dragon's head, breaking it in half with his last technique.
Secure you. Ryota, you are a bastard.
That ancient dragon was an omnipotent beast. You're going to pay for what you did.
Ryota's gaze became increasingly blurry and blood was coming out of his nose and mouth.
I wasted too much time on that beast.
You are at your limit.
I would say death is calling you.
Let me free you from your suffering.
A six-winged angel must be collecting what belongs to him.
After having lent you all that power. The palms of the King of Massacre were full of energy. Ryota looked at Daruma. That idiot is still here. I told him to run away. Goku would put his hand on his daughter's stomach. Saru was taking the key of the other Saru that inhabited Yukina. So she had lost consciousness. And the resonance was also over. And everyone was unconscious. After having taken out all the power of Yukina's Saru, he had recovered a lot of power, enough to break the seal that he had put on himself, to contain all his strength, since his true power was a danger, and even more so being in a world of multiversal beings. Ryota dies. Goku would quickly receive the blow from Ryota, being crossed. How stupid they are. Give your life for each other, they make me sick. King of Massacre, can you still see and hear me? You made a big mistake. You are more than dead. The omnipotent Emperor-level beast never died. He only wanted peace for the multiverse. Master Daruma is everything to me. He did not seek my strength, nor was he afraid of me. He called me Zaru, his eternal companion. Who messes with him? I don't forgive him. Feel free to run wild. I, the King of Beasts, will break out of the prison of stars and release my wild strength.